Alright boys, I'm making this video because hopefully you guys will not do what I did. As you could see, pattern daily loss limit hits fucking awful. Especially when I had a beautiful, just spectacular trading plan that I just fucking overanalyzed and just got lost in the sauce, basically. I made a plan in my head. Fucking perfect stop loss, perfect take profit. Everything was perfect. And I was like, okay, I'm going to set this. I'm just going to go to sleep, right? Because I barely slept last night. I got like 5 hours of sleep or some shit. I was just tired this morning, right? But what did I end up doing? All right, so I ended up, instead of sticking to the plan and just closing the charts and fucking off, like that was the whole part of the plan, right? Because let's take a look at the charts, right? It's gonna look like shit because I did end up going full retard after. But basically, I was looking for an intraday swing trade for the gap fill on NQ, right? We had the similar plan yesterday. And I'm always a day early to these gap fills. I always am. For whatever reason, I'm just always a day early. So then today, I woke up, looked at the chart, specifically the 1 hour chart, saw this cliff, right, from yesterday, saw this massive bounce from the news. Trump basically ended the shutdown, or like is confirming the end of the shutdown. And then right around here, I'm like, okay, this is slow upward chop after a fucking cliff. So basically it lined up. This is the downtrend. This is the daily downtrend line up here. I'm like, this is a perfect fucking short for the gap fill. So I looked at the hourly charts, didn't even look at the 3-minute or the 5-minute, and I just fucking went short right away, right? And that was right here. Okay. And then after I entered, I was like, I'm just gonna go 2 micros, right? I'm like, 2 micros, TP all the way down at like 200 something, all the way down here for the gap fill. I didn't even go for like 200s. I went for 287, right in this box. Yeah, it even fucking wicked to my TP where it was before, right? I even posted it in my Discord too, in the trade floor, which you can get access to. Not everyone can see this. You just got to go into the payouts tab and just post a payout, and then you'll get a payout roll. Like Dragon Coder here's in the 50K club. He's been killing the game. But you post a payout in here, and you get a roll, and you're able to see the trade floor, right? This is only for people that make money, basically. So here's my trade, right? There's the 2 micros. I had my stop loss super safe just because, that's just my original one. But my plan was to put the stop loss somewhere above here, right? Somewhere up here. Because my theory was it's either just going to cliff from right here or it's going to double top and then cliff, right? But what happened? What did I do? Because I completely fucked this up, right? I completely fucked it up. Easily could have just fucking closed the charts and fucked off and stuck to the plan, right? But what did I do? I took another look at the chart after I entered my two micros. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be such a fucking sick cliff. I have no consistency rule accounts. I have 26 of them. I'm like, holy fuck. What did I do? I added 1 more micro. And then at that point, I'm like, fuck. It's kind of going up on me. I'm like, but it's going to cliff for sure. Like, right, I had such massive confidence, such high conviction in this trade that I didn't close the charts like I was planning to. I didn't put my stop loss into a, low probability area. I basically ended up just staring at the charts, adding more to my loser until... And actually, hold on. I have another... Because by this time, I'm so fucking lost in the charts, lost in the noise, that I completely forgot about the higher time frame, right? I ended up posting this. I'm like, no fucking way I got this lucky. It was one tick away from my stop loss, which I didn't even move because now I'm oversized, right? I actually moved it down, I believe. Or no, I just added, I think, right at the top here or some shit. I don't even remember what I did. I ended up falling asleep after this trade. But long story short, my trade plan was based off the hourly time frame, right? But I didn't execute or place my stop losses like it was an hourly time frame trade. And I think this is something that a lot of us do if we do trade on higher time frames is it looks good on a higher time frame, but when you look at the 3-minute, the 5-minute chart, the 1-minute chart, some people use the second chart, which I think is crazy, but there's just always so much noise before the major moves show on the higher time frames, right? And basically, that's exactly what happened to me. I got lost in the noise. I started oversizing, and I started getting greedy as fuck, right? And then as soon as my stop loss got hit, where, like, somewhere over here, right? Yeah, like, somewhere over here. I knew it was coming, right? But I kept on getting so lucky. I kept on rejecting. I'm like, it's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna fucking happen. But no, of course, just like NQ typically does, it wants to fake out sweep liquidity, which is usually, a high a day or a recent high, something like that, which is exactly what it did. It didn't go much further past that, and then immediately went into the cliff. But by the time I got stopped out over here, I've already been watching the charts for what? Almost 3 hours straight. So right from the get-go, my hourly time frame trade, I'm now watching every fucking move on the 3 and 5-minute chart. I'm watching every candlestick. Just completely slowly developing chart madness, right? That's a real thing. You look at the charts long enough, you start losing sense of, the direction because it's just moving erratic. Like right here, like random fucking dip scales. Like, holy fuck, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I just started getting too invested in the smaller time frames that I lost track of my original trade. And by the time I got stopped out here, in my head, keep this in mind. In my head, I'm like, I'll probably get stopped out, but I'm just gonna re-enter right fucking after the high sweep because I didn't know how high I was gonna sweep. I thought maybe it was gonna go to like 40s or 50s. So I kept my stop loss a little bit conservative, especially because I oversized in a trade that I wasn't supposed to oversize because it was an intraday swing trade. But in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking short. I'm just gonna re-enter fucking immediately. As soon as it fucking does the massive liquidity sweep, I'm just gonna fucking try top taking it, just enter and hope for the fucking best, right? Because I was looking for a 400-point move, right? So I'm not gonna let a 40, 50 point, 60 point move cook me. And what did I end up doing, right? I got stopped out right here. I ended up going long. Like, fucking why? I even drew this trend line. When the trend line broke, when it was on the trend line, I went long, thinking it was going to keep going up, thinking I was just wrong. My initial trade idea was just wrong, right? Completely psyched myself out. What ended up happening? It started cliffing even more. I got stopped out. And what did I do again? Still copped on longing, still knife catching, da-da-da-da-da. And it was just, as soon as I stared at the charts for 2-3 hours in a row during Asia and London, which I fucking hate looking at those candlesticks moving, I think I was just too far gone and it was just over for me, right? So what is the main points of what I'm trying to say here? It's basically, if you make a plan, fucking stick to it, period, no matter what happens. Like, in my head, it was enter. I didn't want to enter here. I didn't want to, right? I was like, it's probably going to double top because, we had this news, whatever. It's kind of bullish, but it's probably bullshit because I just had this whole theory, right? I kind of forgot what it is now, but it doesn't even matter. But that was my theory, right? It's either going to cliff right here and just go straight down, or it's going to double top and then cliff and go for the gap fill, right? That's what the hourly chart was telling me and the 4-hour chart. And what did I end up doing? I ended up just entering randomly based off the hourly chart, right? I was looking at the hourly chart, did barely even looked at like this 5-minute or the 3-minute chart, barely even looked at it. I was like, I'm just going to send 2 micros. This could be a bad entry because, you know, it could double top, whatever. It could do a high, it could like sweep the high by like 20, 30 points. I was like, if I just do 2 micros here and, you know, it does do the double top, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? I'm risking what, like 50, 80, maybe 100 points to go 400 points, right? I had the plan. I had it completely mapped out in my head, but when it came to the execution part, which is obviously the hardest part of trading, especially when you're looking at lower time frames, it just completely went out the window because I made the plan with 2 micros, right? Greed kicked in. Look, hold on. It was 667.75. It went down 3 ticks. And my greedy ass was like, you know, 2 micros is kind of small, right? Even though I have 39 accounts, 2 micros is probably not enough for a 400-point swing. I mean, it's only like a few $1,000, which turns into like, you know, almost fucking $100,000 when you're copy trading this many accounts. So I was like, I'll just add 1 more micro. Boom. At that point, I think something happened in my head where I'm like, oh, fuck. And no, as soon as it started bouncing off this EMA and like breaking out, I was specifically watching this because I added 1 more right there. I was specifically watching this level because now my 1-hour time frame trade is out the window, right? Now I'm invested in the fucking small 5-minute time frame trade, which ended up being a terrible entry because I took an hourly trade entry. Right, so like, you know, this isn't the first time I've done this, right? I tend to like analyzing the higher time frames for direction and taking those intraday swing trades, but I pretty much always end up getting overinvested because I size too big and look at the lower time frames for too long. And I guess the reason I'm making this video is so I don't fucking do this again because I am beyond salty right now, right? I ended up blowing 12 accounts. I blew my FundedNext and my FundingTicks accounts. And my Topstep accounts have fucking $30 in them. I mean, they're cooked. I basically lost, 16 accounts today? And for no reason, right? I should be up a tremendous amount. But I completely diverged from the plan. And then I just started doing random shit after watching the charts for 3 hours, right? It's in my rules not to trade for more than 2 hours a day. I mean, I say that all the time in the live stream. Whenever the live stream hits 2 hours, we cut it off, right? But like I basically broke all my fucking rules today, traded on the hourly time frame, but got lost in the fucking noise of the smaller time frames. And honestly, I'm just so fucking sick of doing this shit because I've done this so many times before. And there were a few times where I actually just let it sit and cook and just completely ignored it, right? And it worked out great, fabulously. Or sometimes it didn't, right? But, I mean, this is one of the days where it was just so fucking prime time. It was primo. My risk was so little. You know, it was just so fucking good. And I completely let it slip away. And I started adding to a swing position, which you're not supposed to oversize on when you're going for like a 400-point fucking move. Because, you know, if you're going to have 100 points of fucking risk, you can't oversize. Not with a fucking prop firm account with a, you know, $2,000 loss limit. Or in my case, I forgot. We took a massive loss yesterday just clicking buttons like retards. I had like post payout euphoria. We took like a $9,000 payout from Topstep, and I went live and I just started fucking knife catching for no reason. I just started being a dumbass, right? And it kind of carried on over to today, and yeah, I'm not fucking happy about it. I'm debating if I need to take a break or if, analyzing where I fucked up here is good enough. We're really diverging from our risk rules, and our patience has been wearing thin. I've been so impatient. I easily could have waited for a better entry on the 3 to 5 minute, right? Because I execute on 3 to 5 minute for better entries, right? Because the hourly chart can show, major direction, but, the 3 and 5 minute, the moves can be pretty big, right? And in this case, if I would have just waited, you know what I mean? I probably could have oversized over here because this was such a fucking super low risk entry, right? But instead, I started oversized DCAing into a loser, and by the time fucking, the double top that, I had an idea was probably gonna happen. By the time it happened, I was just so fucking invested. My account was just so red. My drawdown was so little that I just kind of fucking lost my mind, I guess. And I started going long I literally got chart madness from just watching these slow ass candles move. Like it's probably one of the worst habits that I have is trading Asia and London for swing trades, but then staring at the charts. And I'm gonna try fixing that. I'm gonna try working on it, right? I mean, the reason I'm making this video, so I really hate when I do this, and I'm gonna watch this video probably, a month from now, and hopefully, I'll have this fucking error in my trading fixed, right? This weakness in my trading. And, hopefully it helps you guys too, right? I mean, I don't do YouTube for fun. I do it for, helping traders and helping myself. I'm just trying to document my trading journey. And yeah, it's just like, it sucks. Cause I mean, if the trade didn't work out, you know what I mean? It would have been a little bit less tilting, right? But when the trade just works out so fucking perfectly, like it's just horrible, right? It's a horrible feeling. I mean, what did Tom Hugard say in The Best Loser Wins? He's like, what would you rather do? Not take the trade and have it go against you, what would you rather do? Sit on the sidelines and see the trade completely play out? Or would you rather be in the trade, have a chance of it not to work out, but then it does work out and everything's fucking awesome, right? That's completely not what he said. I'm totally fucking butchering it. But he basically said that, what feels worse is, which one feels worse? Not taking the trade and having it go perfect, or taking the trade and it hitting your stop loss and you take a little bit loss, right? I'm completely cooking this. I can't even think. I'm so fucking I'm tilted as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super fucking tilted. Just looking at the perfect distribution. This is exactly what I had planned today. And I just fumbled it. Didn't stick to the plan. Same thing as yesterday. Need to figure out how to keep the trading composure alive at all times, right? Because there's some days where my patience is wearing thin, and there are days where my patience is prime time. And someone actually commented on one of my posts today, and they said, dude, like your entries lately have been, impatient as fuck. Like you were so patient the past month or something like that. And I'm slowly losing it. So that's what we're gonna work on tomorrow. Now that I'm aware that I'm losing my patience and that I'm taking impulse entries, you can call them FOMO entries. I was trying to say this was FOMO. This was no FOMO November, and we did pretty good. But now it's halfway through the month, and that fucking plan is out the window as well. So I mean, yeah, I guess our major our major, I mean, fucking look at it. I hate these fucking numbers. Like, this was fine. I mean, this was just unlucky yesterday, but look at how many fucking trades are over here. This is so stupid. I'm just doing everything I know not to do. And it's so fucking hard to be perfect all the fucking time, huh? But when you're a trader, you kind of have to be perfect all the time. Otherwise, shit like this happens. Gonna have to fucking make some kind of plan. Either it's... No, I mean, our plan was good. We just oversized, yeah. I mean, we stick to our roots. We stick to our original game plan. I mean, we've been getting paid. We made 21K the past 2 weeks. It's been going wonderfully, but yeah, when we deviate from the plan, we end up getting fucking rolled. And it leads to whatever the fuck this is right here. Just a shitload of random entries. Holy shit. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. I'm just disappointed as fuck. I really am. But, you know, we'll move on. We'll get new accounts. It'll be fine. I'm thinking about going with Take Profit Trader now because we did cook a lot of accounts today. We cooked 16 out of our 26 no consistency rule accounts. We still have a lot of accounts, actually. So I'm debating if I even want to invest any more money because fucking we got 21K the past 2 weeks. We're only like 30K negative on the year. I mean, we're climbing back so fucking fast, and it's fucking wonderful. But when we deviate from the plan, we get fucking rolled. I mean, that is the biggest lesson here. Don't add to losers, first of all. And if you're gonna take a fucking trade on a higher time frame, don't fucking look at the fucking smaller time frames. Period. I think that's the two biggest things I learned today. Yeah. And I feel a little bit better now after making this video, too. I mean, I'm down a fucking lot of money. But I feel better because, you know, potentially now that we've looked at this and identified our weaknesses, identified what fucks us up the most, potentially in the future, we won't do it, right? We'll get it right. We'll stick to the plan. Because our plans are fucking wonderful. We have some fucking grade A fucking plans. If you guys look at my past live streams, my fucking market intuition's on fucking point. I'm not trying to be cocky either. Even though my fucking ego's on the roof sometimes, but I mean, my market intuition is fucking fantastic. But my execution is so fucking poor sometimes. And it has to do with greed and fear at the same time because we did take an L yesterday. So our drawdown was little. We did take 2 micros, but then we oversized, and that's when the fear kicked in. So fear kicked in because of greed. We got greedy, right? And then we got fearful after that. The two worst things that fuck up most traders. One led to the other. Greed led to fear. That's usually how it works, huh? Look, you gotta love trading. You gotta love trading. It's one of the sickest things you could ever fucking do. But man, the lows do suck. The lows do suck. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll be back live tomorrow for a full send. And hopefully we can keep on cooking, right? Yeah, we won't let this little setback bring us down. We're going to focus on patience. We're going to focus on proper sizing. And we're going to stick to the fucking plan. Those are the 3 things we're going to do because ever since we started focusing on that like 2 months ago, we've been getting payout after payout after payout after payout. And fucking it's wonderful when you start getting payouts again. We didn't get payouts for so long. We started getting payouts again. And the ROI is so fucking big. Jesus, we spent like what? I don't know, $3,000 on these Topstep accounts because we did back to funded 2 times, plus the combines, shit like that. Maybe $4,000. We've made $13,000. Lucid, we spent fucking whatever, all the other accounts that we got payouts on, fucking, we're the ROI is so nice when you just survive long enough. And having small sizing has allowed us to survive for so fucking long. So not only is our spend super low, but our fucking ROI is through the roof because we're not blowing through accounts. I mean, yeah, we're on the right track. So we had a rough year. We had a great beginning of the year, but then we started to have a rough year after we started losing our focus and not following our rules. Ever since we started following the rules, started making money again, and executing properly, and it's been great up until today and yesterday. Which I can kind of blame post payout euphoria for that, because whenever I take out a payout, I start fucking thinking like, oh, all my trades are just gonna work. I don't even have to look at the chart. I could just guess and not even do technical analysis, and I just start clicking buttons. We kind of saw that in the live stream yesterday. So maybe we add another rule where we don't trade on a day of a payout. Maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes with our next payout. Lucid's very close to it. So, I mean, yeah. Hopefully you guys got something from this video. I know it's helped me a lot personally, just talking through it and analyzing what I was thinking and what led to my epic fucking failure here, even though price delivered exactly like I expected. And hopefully, you know, I'll be able to catch these bangers next, right? I mean, we saw Lanto make fucking what, 1.75 mil or something like that in 3 fucking days, basically just intraday swinging with massive size with TPT Pro accounts. And you know, it's almost a lot easier to go for these intraday swings off the higher time frames than what we've been trading. But yeah, we just gotta follow the plan. Cannot oversize. Oversizing is what killed us here. That's gotta be like the main culprit, right? Easily could have let this 2 micro stop loss get hit wherever it was, and then just re-entered once we got confirmation that this fucking cliff happened. Or we could have easily waited for the double top to kick in and then take the short. I wasn't convinced that the double top was going to happen, so I just took the entry because I was looking at the higher time frames. I just knew it was going to fucking mega cliff. Or I had high conviction that it was going to happen, and it did happen. But oversizing is what cooked me. And staring at the charts. Look at that. Well, taking a little bit of a pay cut here, boys, but hopefully this did something for you guys. Till tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace out.